Hi, and welcome to Salesforce training. In this section, we're going to be talking about your deliverables and putting in leads. Leads are potential members for the organization. You can find this under the Flight tab down here at the bottom or near the bottom, and it's called Leads. In this section, you can create a new lead. Always all the way over here to the right is your new section. You can click on this and you can create a new person in here. So let's just say I want to create a new one. I'm going to use an erroneous name so that we can quickly identify it as something that we want to eliminate. So in salutations, right now you see these that say Mr., Mrs., that sort of thing. We will be changing these over to ranks. But for the moment, you can use Mr. and Mrs. In the case of a flight surgeon, of course, doctor would be appropriate. So in this case, I'm just going to use Mr. And I'm going to say the name Roger Rabbit. That will make it very clear to us that this is not a real person and I'm not actually creating a lead for us. But for flight levels, this, of course, will work. So Bunny at Daedalians.org. Obviously, that's an erroneous one. Lead status, in this case, you're going to say you're either holding, it's none for flights, but when Crystal, our membership person, gets a hold of it, she will be able to tell you whether we're holding it for documentation, holding it for payment, holding it for both, or perhaps that they are not qualified. We've looked at their DD 214 and decided that they are not an officer or something along that line. In this case, this is not a real person, so they're going to be rejected and not qualified. And then, of course, when it's approved from headquarters, it will click through here and it will show up on your roster because Crystal will affiliate it with the flight that has put in the lead. So that means it'll show up automatically on your dashboard. But from your standpoint as a flight, you don't have a lead status. You're just going to submit this, and then you can put in some contact information so that we have it at headquarters, and we can contact them and try to follow up with it. Then you just click Save, and this will show up. I have not filled in all the areas, so that's an issue. Company, we'll just put Daedalians. Obviously, that's going to need to be eliminated as a field, but it's also helpful if I spell it correctly. And then lead status, I guess it does require this right now. Anyway, we'll go ahead and save this. This is going to show up at our membership coordinator's position. She's going to see it in her field where she will go ahead and try to process it. Anytime that you want to check on it, you can go ahead and look in your field and you can see the lead status. Is it holding? Has it been approved? Has it actually been created as a member? So that gives you a chance to always see what we're doing at headquarters. And you don't have to send in an application. You don't have to submit it. If you want to use a paper application, that is perfectly fine. You can scan it, you can mail it. We are not picky about how you send it to us. We're just giving you an opportunity to send it in a different way. Another section that we want to cover today real quickly is to go over deliverables. This part is very quick because it's really just talking about submitting your quarterly reports. They are now broken into 5 sections. Quarterly reports are about your membership. Special activities are about your meetings and any other activities that you have outside of your regular dinners. Scholarships are following up on the scholarship opportunities and can be logged in from your scholarship person. DFT, not all flights are participating in this, just like they aren't all participating in JROTC, but they are available for you to give us some information. So I'm just going to show you the quarterly report real quickly because it is something that is required from each of the flights. You look in here, the ones that you've completed will show up in here, and then when you want to create a new one, you click on New. It is a very simple report, very, very simple. Just put in the quarterly report name, say it's second quarter, third quarter 2019. Your start date, if you want to put that in, it's not required. You can put in the date that you put it in. And then the current members as well as resigned, dropped, and deceased. It's very simple to put in and it won't take you very much time. And the nice thing is it will show up on our dashboard at headquarters. So you won't have to email it or worry that it didn't get sent. Just to show you quickly on something like scholarships, the new report, again, over on the right-hand side, you can put in the scholarship name. That's the student's name that has successfully received one of our scholarships. And right here in the recipient name, the scholarship name is usually matching for most of the flights, although some of you do give out Egan's as well as maybe the Hedges or one of the other specialty ones like Descendants. You put in the school that they're attending, the scholarship type, the award date, which can be by month, and then if they're an Egan scholarship, if they're going to apply again for next year. There's a section down here for comments if you want to put those in. The reason why we broke these up is so that if you are the flight captain and you're putting in the membership portion of it, you may not have the full information about scholarships. So you may want your scholarship person to go ahead and log in and just do the scholarship portion, just like DFT and scholarship. These are very simple, so I'm not going to take your time and go through it, but please click through it and check and see how it is. It's very easy, and I think you're going to have an easy time filling them out. You just have to remember that to do a new one, you have to look all the way over to the right and click New. Thank you, and we'll do another section.